let's create some 3D pixel art. So we're going to be using a free program called Vox Edit. If you've heard of this metaverse thing, there's something called the Sandbox, and this is kind of what they use to create assets and games. So here's the plan. We're going to take our rig that we've been making and testing, and we're going to create a 3D pixel art version of it. So I'm really pumped about this. I think this Vox editor is a new way to just create new and fun characters, a really accessible way to create new and fun characters, and then you can bring them into the game and bring your designs to life. You can really see your characters come to life. So let's jump into the software and see if we can pull this off. So I decided to start with a template that the program gives me, because instead of building the anatomy from scratch, I could focus on just adding the details of my character to a pre-existing build. Since it was one of my first times using the software, I didn't really want to start with anything too complicated. So modeling and editing the character was actually pretty straightforward. There were three main tools to work with: adding blocks, removing blocks, and then coloring existing blocks in. So it really gave you the feeling of sculpting or carving the features into this character. And once I became comfortable navigating the camera and changing the perspective so I could see better, it was actually a lot of fun to work with. So the original was a good start, but I wanted to really make the features pop a little bit more. So I brought in the eyes and the mouth and pulled out the nose just so it was on a different plane. To make the face pop a little bit more and add some more visual interest, I added a little shadow to the skin just to kind of vary up the skin tone a little bit. Okay, so we're done the head. Have a look. Right, it's looking pretty good. Take a look at the reference, right? We're on track. So let's do the upper body, and then we'll work on the legs. So the way the program worked, you had to edit each part of the body separately. So I had to make sure that my palettes were the same, so the colors were consistent throughout the whole design. So we've been at this roughly for, I think, about an hour. We just finished the upper body, and it's going by a little bit slow, the process, just because my laptop can't really handle this program that well. So if I had a better laptop, I feel this would be much more enjoyable. But this is what we got now. Zoom in. We just got to do the lower body. So we'll do one leg, and then we should be finished and ready to test this guy out in the game. By this point in the design process, it was basically just coloring in existing blocks. We weren't really adding or taking away any new geometry. Just finished. Take a look. So I think all that's left to do is update this guy. I gotta upload him to like my Sandbox account, and then we can actually test him out and see how he looks inside one of their games. So that's it, guys. I'm actually really happy how it turned out, and it was relatively easy to do considering I just learned that software, that program, like 2 weeks ago. So very simple, starting with the templates, and then you can actually bring your designs to life in those games. So I'm definitely going to be making more content like this. Maybe we can push these designs even further. Maybe we can even make some custom animations in that program. So super excited. Yeah, super excited. If you guys want, you can still download the 2D version of that rig, and I think there's a way, if you're into that sandbox thing, you can access this pixel rig that we just made. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy animating.